The spider, nature's master builder. Watch how she builds her web. Taking threads of silky liquid from spinnerets near the end of her body, she first attaches one end of the threads to nearby plants, the other to a hub in the center of her web, like making spokes on a wheel. Next, starting at the hub, she begins weaving several circles, each one bigger than the one before. Wider and wider the circles grow. See how carefully she attaches the threads to each other. Those threads look thin and weak, but in fact they're incredibly strong. A rope made of spider silk would be far stronger than the same size rope made of steel. In short time, the web grows quite large. Not all spiders spin this kind of web, a pattern of smaller circles inside bigger circles. There, it's finished. Now the spider hides among threads in the center and waits. She is not napping. She's waiting patiently for an insect to fly into her web, where it will be caught among the sticky threads. Spiders look like insects, but they're really arachnids. They have 8 legs. Insects have only 6. And while insects have 3 main body parts, spiders have only 2. In front of their legs are a pair of palpi, which spiders can use to feel their way. And if you look closely, you'll see little black knobs on her head. Those are her eyes. Most spiders have 8. Garden spiders live on insects you'd expect to find in a garden. Flies, mosquitoes, many harmful insects, and even some that are much larger than the spider herself, like the dragonfly. The grasshopper, which damages plants by chewing their leaves. And a fellow you can hardly see because of his coloring, the praying mantis. The spider builds her web straight up and down, so careless insects either fly into it or leap into it. Uh-oh. The mantis, struggling to escape, shakes the threads, a signal to the spider that dinner has arrived. Down she comes to see what's been caught. It's bigger than she is. She gives the mantis time to tire itself out, to stop struggling. The mantis tears part of the web, but that's no problem for the spider. She quickly uses the torn strands to wrap the mantis, to bind him so that he can't move. She wraps him tightly in a blanket of silk. Later, she'll suck out his juices, then let the rest fall away. Bees get caught too, and sometimes even wasps, which are the spider's enemy. Why doesn't the spider get caught in her own web? Because she coats her legs with an oily substance from her mouth. The web won't stick to that oil. Once again, she waits for her victim to stop struggling. Nope, still some fight left in it. She'll wait till later. The victim will not escape. Soon, the spider feels another insect tug at her web. Down she goes on a strand, this time to wrap up a helpless beetle. And still another victim, a grasshopper. Each time, the spider's method is the same. Wrap her victim tightly in a blanket so it can't move, then suck out its juices. When rain falls, the spider's web takes on a new beauty. The dragonfly's wings get wet, but he can still fly, and he has no home to dry out, so no harm done. But not so with the spider. This is a busy time for her. Rain washes away the sticky substance that coats the thread of her web. Without that, she can't catch insects. So each time it rains, she has to build a whole new web. Now she hides at the center of her new web and waits. And so she passes her days. The spider, nature's master builder.